But no, the midterms probably will go bad. They're looking to be going bad because there's been a sort of an organized protest in Minnesota attempting to impede law enforcement, waiting time and time again,
organized?
seeing how,
What do you mean organized? Like you're not saying they're paid
Signal
protesters,
Gate.
right?
Have you seen Signal Gate? I'm not saying they're paid, but they're organized. That's
What's Signal Gate?
They've Cam Higby infiltrated the Signal group chat, uncovered that they're all in one secular group chat, reporting locations of ICE trucks, locations to do the protests. Going outside ICE facilities for a deliberate reason. It's strategized. It's organized. I'm not saying it's paid, but it's organized.
Jackson,
right?
do you actually believe this? Like
It's proven.
Honestly,
it's proven. It's proven. The Signal group chat's proven. I do believe it. It's a fact.
Aside from that, Jackson,
Yeah.
even if that was true, that's what event organizers have to do.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you mean? Like,
I agree.
There's
When did I say that organized is descriptive of the event? How is that? What's wrong about that statement? It's descriptive of the protest. It is organized. I said it was an organized protest.
But you're saying it in a way that's vilifying them for doing that. What exactly are they doing wrong by doing that? I'm confused.
I mean, they're exercising civil liberty, right? But either way, what I'm talking about with the negative effects of the organization is there's an attempt to go outside of federal buildings, right? So ICE agents are not trained to deal with like riot control, right? We can agree on this.
Yeah, we can agree on that. They're not trained to do much, actually. I don't even think they're trained to shoot guns.
Gotcha. I agree the training's not high enough. That's been something I'm advocating for increases on. But so yeah, ICE agents.
Really.
What'd you say?
I think it's non-existent, really, and that's apparent after someone gets executed and shot from behind like 5 times.
Well, let's talk about why that happened. That's what I'm talking about now. So Alex Pretti, I also believe that the shooting was probably very egregious, definitely not fully within the bounds of the law. So if you watch, although we don't know everything, I'm not making an accusation. An execution? Have you seen the full video? Do you think he went in saying, I'm going to kill this guy randomly, or do you think it escalated?
Hey, when you shoot someone from behind, when you shoot someone from the back, what is that called?
It's not called an execution.
When they're being held down on the ground.
He wasn't held down on the ground. In the video, so let's talk about the video. Execution is your term for it. In the video, the guy is reaching around.
That's what it was.
They're yelling gun. He hears a gunshot, which he believes is a discharge from his gun. And then he reacts in a way that I think was probably incorrect because he should have noticed that he got disarmed. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure if there was a misfire, but is that an execution or is that overreaction and incorrect reaction?
Alex Pretti was helping 2 women across the street.
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
By an ICE officer. That woman gets pushed down on the ground. Multiple ICE officers come over and grab him while his hand is in the air, start throwing him on the ground, pistol whipping him, kicking him, and while they're holding him down, after they've removed his gun from his holster,
the argument
that he had no access to, they shoot him from behind multiple times.
I mean, have you seen my posts on it? I've argued that it was egregious and they probably should have known that he had disarmed.
Yeah, brother,
but the argument, I know you've seen all my videos, you react to all of them. The argument is that he didn't know he was disarmed, he heard a bang and reacted in a way that I think was a far overreaction that shouldn't have been done. I agree with you that it was egregious, but I think the word execution is overly vilifying. Do you believe his intention was, I see this guy, I'm going to go walk up and shoot him point blank, or do you think he overreacted? What's more likely? He walked over saying, I'm going to kill this guy, or he overreacted in an incorrect way?
I think he walked over and wanted to kill that guy.
Why didn't he just
Brother, I don't think you understand what's actually going on right now. What bang was there in the video? He said gun because he grabbed the gun. He was telling them that he had secured the gun.
Someone yells gun. Someone yells gun. Does yelling gun, is that code for I secured the gun? Or is that something that will indicate there is a gun?
They all watched him do it.
No. If you watch, have you seen the eye analysis? The argument is the guy didn't shoot.
He got murdered, but also he didn't get murdered. It was a shooting.
No. I think he probably got killed in what was an overly egregious shooting where it was a dark gray shoot. So it's like something that was probably not murder with malice, but probably was an incorrect reaction.
What's your issue with my term execution?
Because execution implies malice.
Sir, how was there no malice? He shot the dude from behind after he was dead multiple times.
Because he probably thought it was justified. How do you determine malice? Where do you discern malice? Okay, so you're the lawyer here. Where do you discern malice? It's an execution. It's not like a. You can say misfire. You can say bad shoot. Where's the malice? You look at it. You say, I can read his mind. I know he's evil. He wants to kill them. He's evil. Maybe, just maybe, it was a bad shoot. Where's the malice?
Bad shoot.
Yeah, it was a bad shoot. Yeah. Well, the argument is there was a misfire prior. There was a misfire prior.
You don't shoot someone 5 times while all of your boys are piled on top of them. That's how you get your teammates killed. Like, maybe you've never.
They weren't piled on top of him. Have you seen the video where they piled on top of him, or were they just like surrounding him?
Hey,
I actually think they should have tackled him. Would have made more sense. But
would you shoot a gun towards a group of people?
What? No. Why would I do that?
Would you shoot a gun? Right. So why the hell would he shoot the gun at Alex Pretti while all of his other ICE agents are holding the dude on the ground? That is not.
They
a
weren't holding the
misfire.
dude on the ground. He was reaching around, he heard a gun, he heard a shot, and probably thought there was a gun. I think he shouldn't have shot because there was no
Do you mind
indicator.
pulling up the video and showing the shot that he heard?
You can hear a lot audible bang prior to the string of shots.
Right. Where's that?
Like 5 or so seconds, right before he pulls the gun out of the holster. It's like the trigger for that.
Pull up your stream.
I don't have a system to where I can share my screen, but regardless, I actually agree that it was not a perfect shoot. This is so semantic. We're arguing over the word execution. You don't know the malice. You can't read his brain. You don't know his intention. There's no way for you to know that.
So you think that judges are just not able to determine malice?
Yeah, they are, but not you because you don't have the evidence. You don't have the evidence. Yeah, they would argue.
You don't need evidence. There is 360 footage of this execution, brother.
Where is the malice? Where does he say? Do you know what malice means legally? In the footage you can see, he doesn't say, "I hate this guy. I want to kill him." Like, what's the definition of malice? Like, what does malice mean? Do you know?
Oh my god, dude, this is the most insane hill to die.
Well, no, it's just ridiculous. I don't even want to have. This is ridiculous. What does malice mean? Do you know what malice means?
Yeah, bro, explain it to me. What does malice mean? Give me the legal term.
Malice is a willing desire to kill, like hatred, motivation, like a desire erroneous of in the moment, it's like a real I want to kill this guy, right?
So when you pull a gun on a helpless man that doesn't actually have a firearm on them because they were disarmed and shoot them multiple times after they're already dead, there's no malice in that at all.
Yeah, if you're a cop who doesn't know that, there's probably not malice.
I thought I came here to debate.
If you're a cop who doesn't know that, this is just joke. How do you don't know there's malice? You can't read his brain. If you have a source that will tell me
that is not
the legal criteria for there is. The legal criteria for malice is not that a cop made a mistake. That's the argument I'm making, is that a cop made a mistake.
He's not a
you're
cop.
making the argument.
He's not a
sorry,
cop.
he's Border Patrol. Actually, not even ICE. But the argument that you're making is that Border Patrol. Actually, no. Border Patrol is law enforcement, by the way. Border Patrol has the ability to make arrests and enforce law.
They're not allowed to arrest American citizens or even touch them, brother.
Border Patrol is allowed to arrest people and enforce the law. Border Patrol is fully allowed to arrest people and enforce the law. Yeah, they're federal law enforcement sworn in. Yep.
Really? Do you mind showing me where you found that?
That's a fact. Just look it up, bro. I don't have time to. I can't pull up my sources for you. Border Patrol is federally sworn in law enforcement.
That's completely inaccurate.
Do you know how debates work? You don't Google shit, okay? No, it's federally. Okay, they're federal. Let's see. Is Border Patrol federally sworn? No, I'm not Googling on stream. We're having a debate. Okay, so we can fact check it. You can put it on post. Is Border Patrol federally sworn in law enforcement? Yeah, they are. No, they're federally sworn in law enforcement. That's how this works. Yeah.
They're not. No, they're not. They're not the police. They're not allowed to touch American citizens. They're not allowed to detain American citizens. They aren't allowed to do anything with American citizens because guess what? They are Border Patrol. They are to deal with illegal immigrants and Border Patrol problems. It's not that fucking complicated, brother. It's not that complicated. It's really not. It's really not hard.
Hold on. Yes, Border Patrol agents are sworn in federal law enforcement. Boom! You lose. They are federally sworn in. Google, I don't know, bro. Do you want me to send you an article? What's it gonna take, man? They're federally sworn in law enforcement. Okay, let's see. Our Border Patrol. Okay, United States Border Patrol. Wikipedia. The United States Border Patrol, USBP, is a federal law enforcement agency. Whoa! Okay. Are they sworn in law enforcement? Yeah, Border Patrol is a uniform brand of law enforcement. They are federally sworn in law enforcement, bro. Okay, I don't know why we're sticking on this. I don't know why we're crashing out. They're federally sworn in law enforcement. Can we move on, please?
No, because you're wrong. That literally stated nothing about how they can detain American citizens.
If they're federally sworn in law enforcement, they're allowed to enforce federal law. Okay.
Let's see. I'll do this. No, ICE does not have the jurisdiction to arrest U.S. citizens for immigration violations.
They're not. It's not ICE. It's not ICE. It's Border Patrol.
Brother. Did those guys have ICE badges on their vest or not? Or am I just blind?
It's Border Patrol. They didn't have ICE badges on their chest.
So did they not have ICE? Are we not protesting ICE right now? Are you really going to say that Border Patrol?
Well, yeah, it was Border Patrol. This is a fact. Border Patrol can detain and arrest U.S. citizens. This is true. This is true. Look it up. You're wrong. I'm not gonna beat you up about it. You can admit you're wrong. Border Patrol can arrest U.S. citizens. Yes, they can. Brother, this is crazy. It's a fact. It's a literal fact. It's a fact. Border Patrol can arrest U.S. citizens. Why are you tweaking? It's a fact. Border Patrol is federal law enforcement.
ICE agents cannot detain U.S. citizens. End of story. That's actually just not fucking true.
They aren't ICE. It was Border Patrol. Look this up. Look up. This is like, look up. Was Alex Pretti shot by Border Patrol or law enforcement?
So
it was shot by Border Patrol. Is Border Patrol federal law enforcement? Yes, they are. Can Border Patrol arrest and detain U.S. citizens? Yes, they are. Next point. Let's move on. You're wrong.
Jackson, let's go with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go with that.
Yes.
Let's say it was Border Patrol.
Yes.
Do they have the right to shoot and kill an American citizen?
Yeah. If it's legally justified. Yeah.
That's insane. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's how law enforcement works.
That's
great. Can law enforcement shoot somebody if they're legally? Law enforcement can't shoot somebody. Yeah, if it's justified. Yeah, there's cases where any cop can shoot someone.
Was it justified?
In this case, no. No, in this case, no.
No, Jackson, it wasn't.
Look, we're shifting the topic. New topic. Yeah, new debate topic. Really. The prompt was, can they arrest somebody? Yes, they can. Oh, you're changing the predicate. You're not. I'm not losing. You're changing the predicate. You know you are. I can watch it back and I can show you. How did this start? This started with, no, Border Patrol can't arrest somebody. It's illegal. Oh wait, it's wrong. Well, can they shoot somebody illegally? I win.
ICE
no, you don't.
Detain U.S. citizens.
I'm not talking about ICE. Are we talking about ICE? Who's talking about ICE, by the way? Who's talking about ICE?
Let's remember this entire conversation.
Wait. Who's talking about ICE?
I said that ICE does not have the right to execute an American citizen.
Yeah. Well, you're wrong. It's Border Patrol. The execution you're talking about is Pretti.
Your entire contention is you're trying to debate me on the fact that these guys are Border Patrol.
Yeah, because literally I said, can we move on? You said no. Look it up. I looked it up and found out you're wrong. Are the cogs not connecting in your brain right now? Is this not mathing? You brought up this topic. You made us sit here, and then I was able to prove that you were wrong. We're not talking about ICE, or is your mind melting? We're talking about Border Patrol.
Who's in Minneapolis right now?
Border Patrol and ICE.
And who is Border Patrol?
Border Patrol. They've been deployed there. Do you watch the news, bro? This is we're debating Alex Pretti. You don't even know who shot him. Do you not know what's happening right now?
Who is Border Patrol? Who is Border Patrol? What is a branch of Border Patrol?
Border Patrol.
ICE.
Yeah, they still have legal jurisdiction to arrest citizens. Yeah, that isn't.
Do you think that they have immunity?
What are you talking about?
They have legal immunity?
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Because Vice President J.D. Vance said that they have legal immunity.
Okay, we're changing the topic because you lost the first point. I'll change the topic. You have to admit you're changing the topic.
No, this is going to add to the point. I'm just curious.
It's relevant.
I'm trying to see where you're at here.
Okay, yeah.
Trying to see where you're at here.
Do they have legal immunity? No, they obviously don't have legal immunity. That's not how that works. No, that's not how that works. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you debating J.D. Vance? I'm right here. Okay, I'm right here. So moving on. Yeah, obviously they can't arrest legal citizens. Okay. Just clearing this up. But yeah. So let me see here. Okay. Yep. Gotcha. Okay. So moving on here. So we're talking about Alex Pretti. Yes, I think the shooting was unjustified legally. It's definitely gray. It definitely needs to be investigated. I'd be open to seeing if there's malice, but unlike you, I can't read his mind and say he clearly had malice. I can see it in his brain. Because obviously that's not determined by the video. There's no parts that would indicate malice at all. It would indicate a scared agent reacting incorrectly is what it indicates actually. So.
Right. Scared agent. What was he scared of exactly?
Probably him having a gun. Someone yelled gun. He heard a gunshot. That probably would be my guess.
And he saw the dude that.
What's your take? What's your take?
Saw that he didn't have the gun on him.
He didn't see that. That's the argument.
What's my take? You heard my take. It was an execution.
So his take is people are beating it up. He runs in and shoots the guy because he wants to. He doesn't think that it's a legally justified thing.
We all watched the video. You don't have to bullshit your audience.
I'm not. I watched the video too. It's obvious. The guy doesn't demonstrate malice. It demonstrates an incorrect shoot.
From behind after taking his gun.
He's not even on the ground when he's shot behind. He's on his.
You can't sit here and say that you're not in support of this.
I'm not.
And then also try and debate me on this.
I'm not. I'm just not stupid who thinks it was malice. I think it was probably an incorrect reaction, but I'm not an idiot who can claim malice.
No, it's just the type of position
I said I disagree, and you tried to rock down the road. Oh, okay, buddy. Well, so moving back on. Okay, so I disagree with the initial shooting. I think it was probably an incorrect reaction. 10 shots is malicious, Jackson.
It was probably an incorrect reaction.
Yeah, I think it was.
Holy
yeah.
Shit. Probably though, right?
How do you know?
Not definitively.
How do you know?
It was How do I know? Oh, I do have eyes. I did watch the video. The multiple angles.
You do understand you're committing defamation, right? If he's found non-liable.
Really? Under what clause?
Under
How am I committing defamation? Are they gonna? Is the
because
Trump
you're
administration gonna come
knowingly
after me?
demonstrating possible harm to someone, like accusing them of murder. When
I?
you know that you're not fully capable of being informed on that, that's illegal.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Listen, okay, I think I can say probably, but I don't know. Like, I'm not interested in defaming a federal agent, so I say probably whenever I think something's true.
Oh, I'm very interested.
You
in
are?
That.
Okay, I can see that.
When you
You're a
murder an
bright
American
guy.
citizen,
Yeah, murder.
When you're a murderer,
There's definitely malice. Yeah, we know it was murder. We know it was murder for a fact. No, we don't. You're making a gross over exaggeration of your information.
You're right. No one saw the video. We actually don't know it was murder. You're completely right. We don't know the intentions of the guy. I mean, he could have just shot him in the back 5 times and been like, he's gonna survive. We're actually gonna go get drinks after this. It's totally
does
fine.
that mean? Does that indicate malice?
Shooting someone in the back 5 times after they're already fucking dead, overkilling them, legally overkilling them.
If you're a cop and you think it's justified, that means there's no malice. I don't know what you're. If you think it's justified to do it, that doesn't demonstrate malice.
This is your point.
You brought this up and I disagreed with you. This is how debate works.
I
believe this.
This is me.
This is your point. I believe this. Yeah, I demonstrated. If you can prove to me that there's malice, you can't, because that's stupid.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay, so we'll move on.
Because that's how I need to prove this situation is wrong. I need to prove that there's legal malice.
I didn't say it wasn't wrong. I think it was wrong. Yeah, but you have to prove it's malice to say it's an execution.
You think it was wrong, Jackson? You can just say it was wrong.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he saw.
You're a grown-ass adult.
What do you mean? You don't have the evidence. We don't know what went off. We don't know what he saw from his angle. We don't.
saw the video.
The video doesn't show all angles. The video's grainy. The video doesn't show if the gun misfires. There's debates.
There's a video from the guy in the car. There's a video from the pink lady recording right behind, and there's a video from across the street in the restaurant. There is literally every single angle of that event. You cannot say that there is not enough evidence to prove that there is malice, brother. He fucking executed him.
Do you know what?
There is no debate about that.
Do you know what legally would exonerate him from malice? Like, do you know like the situation?
What would legally exonerate him from malice?
If there was a misfire that he didn't see, he didn't know that the gun was loaded off of him, which is claimed by some of the footage, but I think the interpretation is different, so it's disputed. Like, do you not understand it's disputed?
So pulling out a gun and aiming at someone that's on the ground being held down by 5 other people could have been a misfire. Is that your point?
No. Do you know the scenario at all? Do you know the argument for the misfire? Like, do you know what people are claiming happened?
Brother, I don't need to hear an
What
argument.
Are people claiming? What are people claiming? What are people claiming?
There's no argument. There's literally no argument.
What are people claiming? Okay. What are people claiming was shown in the alternate angle where you can see the gun at the guy's side? The disarmed gun. Do you know what they're claiming?
Huh?
What are people claiming happened? So people are claiming that the predicate of the shooting was that the SIG that was disarmed misfired in the other officer's hand. They're claiming that the guy didn't know that it was disarmed. They yelled gun, and then there's a gunshot, which means that the agent reacted rashly, thinking that the guy had reached for the gun and started shooting. That's the argument.
Why would they yell gun if he didn't unarm his weapon?
Do you know how? What? Because they thought he had a gun? When you yell gun, is that code for I took his gun? They yelled disarm.
They knew he had a gun. They saw
no.
The entire time.
No, it wasn't open.
It was literally on his waistline. His shirt was tucked in, brother.
Yeah.
How can you not see the gun?
Someone yelled gun.
Bulge on his
okay,
waistband.
wait.
They knew he had a gun the entire time. That's why they took it from him.
Let's slow down.
What are you talking about?
Let's slow down. In a law enforcement scenario, you're wrestling someone, they have a gun, I yell gun, what could gun mean? Do you think gun means more likely I disarmed them or they're pulling the gun out? Like if you had to guess.
Because gun means pull my gun out and shoot the dude.
Wait, no. That's not what I'm asking. No. If you had to guess, you're in a law enforcement situation. You're a cop. Let's play cop. You're a cop.
Okay,
they're disarming a guy.
Right
so you know he has a gun. Probably. He probably knew.
Right.
That'd be irrational for him not to have known. And then he's disarmed. You don't see him get disarmed. And someone yells, gun. Do you think it's more likely that that's code for I disarmed the guy with a gun or the guy is reaching for the gun?
You're right. I forgot in this scenario, I'm a completely blind man, and I didn't see the dude in the gray jacket straight in front of me pulling the gun. No, shut the fuck up. Pulling the gun out of the holster and literally running away, and then pulling my gun out and shooting the dude straight in front of me.
You understand that's the predicate of the shooting, right?
This is the stupidest argument.
The predicate's that he probably didn't see it. That's like the argument where it's like maybe it wasn't like malicious.
Right, that it was right in front of his eyes. He saw the dude take out the gun from the holster.
What does gun mean though? Someone yells gun and you hear a gunshot. What does that mean? Generally, does that mean that the gun has been taken away and someone just is shooting in victory? Or does that mean that, like, maybe the guy thought that someone pulled a gun out and shot? Like the guy who's on the ground, you know?
Yeah, because the guy on the ground that has both of his hands on the ground was able to pull
They
his
weren't on the
gun out
ground.
while
He was
being
reaching in random
pepper-
directions.
and being pepper sprayed.
Yeah.
That's exactly how that went, Jackson.
Yeah, you think
got
there's
him.
malice. You determine the
got him.
malice. You know, gun clearly
I
is
determined the malice
I'm a
because I
cop.
watched a video
I'm a
of
cop.
another human being
Okay.
execute.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when the Nazis were executing the Jews
Okay.
in Auschwitz,
This isn't Nazis execute. This is a cop making a
we need to
mistake.
determine the malice of that. We need to determine the malice of that because we don't know what was going on in that Nazi's brain. We don't know why.
What
he
is
blew the
this?
head off of that
What
Jew.
is this false syllogism? Yeah, someone being thrown. Are
How's
you
it-
really?
can you
Are you?
explain
Hold on.
what
Are you
the
actually?
consequence
Because are you complaining? Are you comparing someone being thrown into a systematic death camp to some cop shooting someone who's on the ground when someone yells gun and there's a gunshot? Are these two things identical to you?
No, I'm comparing.
I think a lot of Jewish people would find that offensive. Actually, by the way.
I'm comparing two people getting executed from behind. It's very simple. I don't even know why you're trying to misconstrue.
You're talking about
that.
intention.
It's kind of
Intention that actually is the situation around it makes a big difference. Yeah.
does it?
Yeah, it
Does
does.
it?
Yeah,
Not the
that's
action
how
of just
that's how
murdering
shoot
another being
that's
or
how
for someone
malice
from
works.
behind.
Okay, do you not? So you don't you believe the instance is all that matters for
I
malice?
genuinely don't.
This is an insane argument,
what?
dude. You're tweaking. You believe that the instance of the shooting is all that matters for malice, not the situations around it? Because malice is intention. You don't think the situation around it
You
shows
are
intention?
backpedaling like crazy, brother.
You
'cause
think
this
that the
is not what you're
Nazis-
saying on your Instagram post? You're
What
so
did I say on my
inconsistent.
Instagram
It's
post?
not- that it wasn't okay.
Yeah,
that
there
it
was-
wasn't okay.
no,
that
no,
you
no.
weren't standing with it.
I
and
said that it
you're
was
trying to debate me
probably.
on
I said that it was
malice. Now you're trying to
probably
say it was a misfire, it was a
unjustified.
shooting.
No. I said that it was probably unjustified. You're debating that I should be able to say for 100% fact it was definitely a murder with malice. What I'm saying is I'm not one of the people who's going to say
was.
it was awesome. ISIS are my heroes. ISIS was clearly correct in every way, but I'm also not an idiot like you who's going to say I can read his mind. It was
You're
malice. He
saying
clearly
it's
wanted to
okay
kill
to
someone.
investigate
This
it,
is
right?
just
You're
identical.
entirely
This is
truthful.
exactly identical to whenever the literal Nazis were executing people. You know how insulting that is to Jewish people? Like, do you really think that's a good comparison?
Yeah, that's insulting to Jewish people.
Yeah, it is.
Not
It is
the fact that-
comparing a police misfire to a Holocaust execution is insulting to Jewish people, bro. I don't know if you can discern that. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They're the same thing. They're clearly the same thing. They're the same thing. They're just as bad. Wait, a cop shooting someone doesn't show malice when there's Holocaust. Yeah, no. Yeah, it is offensive. Yeah, it's offensive. Yeah,
two
yeah, it's
innocent
offensive.
people.
Yeah.
Brother, comparing two innocent people getting their brains blown out from behind.
Yeah, one in a
not-
systematic death camp, one in a momentary failure of
That's
police
not
action. Yeah, very
offensive to
different.
Jewish people.
No, that's
Really?
offensive. Yeah, it's offensive. Okay, listen, I'm not a Jewish person, so I'm not gonna cry about it. But
That's
I'm saying like, yeah, that is.
Did I
yeah.
offend you, Jackson?
No, I'm not
sorry.
Jewish. But if I was Jewish, I'd probably be bothered
I'm
by it.
sorry.
But no,
But
I
you
think
could-
it's
you
a.
could tell that would be really offensive to other people, right? But you're not offended.
No,
You
I'm
could
not.
just tell that would be offensive to other people, but you can't tell if the ICE agent has malice when he's trying to blow someone's brain out from behind. But you can tell what your audience is thinking. Like, oh yeah, that could be offensive to them. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. That's such a stupid point. You literally just disproved your entire fucking argument right there.
You're right. Clearly, I debunked myself. So we can move on to the next point. So, gosh, what is the? I mean, what else do you want to talk about? Okay, so clearly we know his intention. We could read his mind. It's just like the Holocaust, apparently. Not disrespectful at all. You're right. So, moving on
We
to.
can read his mind, man. That's what we need to do to justify a murder, I guess. Yeah. We gotta read his mind to be able to tell the intent.
Yeah, that's the
Insane.
point. That's the point of the crime. Okay.
Yeah,
So
no, I know that's your point. I'm very aware that that's your point. I'm just making fun of your point because it's absolutely ridiculous.
well, because
and
there's
so
not
out of touch.
indicators that would show malice, but this is
Right.
boring for the audience. We're just focusing on this one topic. So I'm a Nazi. You've said this before. You said that I'm a Nazi. So let's talk about this. Why am I a Nazi?